This show started off as a one-off miniseries, but it's getting a much-deserved sequel. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 things we need to see in Big Little Lies Season 2. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're counting down the things we're most excited about in the second season of the award-winning HBO show. We'll be discussing the events of Season 1, so beware of spoilers.
At this point, we can confirm that the victim suffered a broken pelvis and a fracture at the base of the skull.
Number 10. Another great soundtrack. One of the most notable elements of this show was its eclectic soundtrack. The creators of Big Little Lies use music in a prominent way, making songs much more present than simply ambient background noise to set a general tone. Whether it's coming from Madeline's daughter's iPod or blaring out of car speakers, it's clear that viewers are supposed to notice the music in each scene.
I just kept hoping. I just kept hoping.
We've been listening to the soundtrack on repeat since the show aired, and we can only hope that Season 2 features music that's just as awesome.
Can I hear you go again? You say we want your freedom.
Number 9. Less focus on teen drama. Though the main character's children are present throughout the show and integral to the plot in many ways, Big Little Lies is at its core a show about adults.
I feel this burden or pressure, I don't know, to be perfect.
Excuse me?
That's why the Season 1 plotline, featuring Madeline's daughter Abigail attempting to auction off her virginity in order to bring awareness to a political issue, felt a little out of place and distracted from the main story.
She's selling her virginity on the internet.
Good cause.
Since that plotline got nicely tied up in the end, we're hoping that next season will feature something a little more relevant to this central storyline.
I decided not to go through with it. The project.
Number 8. Renata's new foe.
I'll even get Snow White to sit on your husband's face. Maybe Dumbo can take a squat on yours.
We don't yet know much about the plot of Big Little Lies Season 2, but from the small bits of information that have trickled out, we already know that there's a lot to look forward to.
You're dead in this town, as is your f***ing puppet show.
Renata was framed as the enemy for much of the show's first season, but by the end, she has found allies in the mothers of Otter Bay Elementary.
All right, now stop picking your noses and get this done.
It wouldn't be any fun without some drama though, but in Season 2, Renata's new foil is set to be a teacher at school who frightens Amabella with his lessons on global warming. We like it. Number 7. Jane and Ziggy dealing with the aftermath. After all of the big reveals that take place in the Season 1 finale, we know that Jane now knows who Ziggy's real father is, and so does everyone else involved.
Sometimes magic comes from making Ziggy.
We're not sure if Season 2 will resume soon after the events of that finale, or after a time jump. But regardless, it will be interesting to see Jane and Ziggy tackling the difficult issue of his relationship with his now dead parental figure.
What about my father?
We
need to put him in here.
You don't have a dad, sweetie, so it's okay.
Also, what will Ziggy's relationship be like with his newfound half-brothers, Max and Josh? Poor Ziggy has already been through so much, so we're hoping this goes smoothly.
Where is he?
I don't know, baby.
Number 6. Bonnie's parents.
1, and serve the platter. In, out.
One aspect of the story that was touched on in the novel but not in the show is Bonnie's backstory. The yoga-loving stepmom to Madeline's children turns out to be the one who gives Perry the final push. And in the book, readers are able to understand her actions better.
Maddie, I just wanted to say that I know that you're her mother. And Abigail knows it too. I will never try to encroach. Ever.
It turns out that Bonnie also suffered from abuse at the hands of her father, so her rage in that moment is wholly justified. In Season 2, we've been told that we'll be meeting Bonnie's parents, and though there's no casting news yet, we're crossing our fingers that one of actress Zoe Kravitz's real-life famous parents could be taking up the role.
First of all, I'm very disappointed in your attitude. And second, and more importantly, we have a bigger problem.
Number 5. Jane and Tom getting together.
Tom, when you get a chance, honey, can I get something puffy with chocolate on it?
You got it.
Thank you.
This is another character who gets less attention on the show than in the novel. Tom plays a friendly barista who acts as a safe space for Jane throughout the first season. But because of an unfortunate misunderstanding, she assumes that he's gay.
You know, I've actually been trying to figure out a way to impress you for a while now. I just haven't had my chance.
You're straight?
What?
In the end, though, she learned that not only does he like women, but he actually has something of a crush on her. We'd love to see Jane entering into a new romantic relationship, because we can only imagine that because of her past trauma, it will force her to overcome some obvious hurdles.
Hey.
Wow, you look incredible.
Thank you. You look great too.
Number 4. Ed finding out about Madeline's affair.
Last few days, I don't know where your head has been. What are you not telling me?
Fun fact, the storyline about Madeline cheating on Ed doesn't actually exist in the book at all, and was created solely for the show.
What happened a year ago was an accident. I told you that was a mistake that's not going to be repeated again.
Well, it was repeated several times.
Okay, stop. It's been erased.
It's clear that by the end of the season, the affair between Madeline and Joseph is over. But although she's disclosed her indiscretion to her daughter, she never actually confesses to her husband.
I've been wanting to tell Ed for so long. Just haven't found the courage.
Will this remain an unspoken secret, or will we actually get to see these two hash this one out? Maybe Celeste's therapist is available? We'll have to wait and see. Number 3, development in Celeste's story.
I just think maybe things can just get a bit volatile.
The first season saw Celeste living her life in fear, focused on keeping herself safe from her abusive husband. Now that he's out of the picture, we're excited to see where this spirited woman goes with her newfound freedom.
Well, there's a line between passion and rage, and sometimes maybe we cross that.
We know that she has a past studying law, and considering all of the events that have taken place, she's probably ready to sink her teeth into a new project.
And you know what?
What?
You're gonna be a lawyer again.
She may have her hands full though, since it's been confirmed that Perry's mother, played by Meryl Streep of all people, will be coming to Monterey to see how her grandkids are doing, and probably to snoop around to find out what happened to her son. Number 2, a detective story. By the end of the show's final episode, we know that Perry is dead and that Bonnie is the one who ultimately killed him. In order to protect Bonnie, all of the women agree that the death was an accident and nothing more.
That's what's bugging me. Why lie?
But the final shot of the show features our 5 female leads on the beach together, while the detective who is in charge of the case watches them from afar with binoculars. Even before season 2 was announced, this seemed suspect. But now we know that this case definitely won't be easily tied up with a bow.
You can't always get what you want.
Number 1, a brand new story.
Apparently, it was Max who choked Amabelle at orientation. And apparently it's been him who's been bullying her all along.
The entire first season was driven by some straightforward questions. Who was hurting Amabella? Who is Jane's rapist? Who died at the trivia night? Who killed them? We're guessing that the drama won't quite be so high stakes in season 2, because we don't exactly predict another murder taking place. But this show wouldn't be what it is without a little excitement.
They're kids now, you know. They bully, it's human nature. They grow out of it.
Sometimes they don't.
So what will the major plot be this time? Considering how well told the first story was, we're confident that no matter what direction the plot takes, it's a ride we want to be on.
I want more!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.